Alright, so this video here we're going to look at solving a system of linear inequalities. I'm going to do just this one system to show you how to graph it. If you need more help on just graphing one inequality, I have a video on that. You can go watch it. I've got several examples of that in one video. But here I'm going to do just one example. I might do another video later on systems of linear inequalities, but for right now I'm just going to do this one. Alright, so what we want to do is we want to take each one of these and graph them on the coordinate system. Okay. Alright, so let's take the first one. I've got x minus y equals 1. The x minus y less than 1, we want to change it to x minus y equals. We want to graph this line. Okay. Alright, so I'm going to subtract x to both sides, so I get negative y equals negative x plus 1. And then I'll divide through by negative 1, so that's y equals x minus 1. Okay. So here I have a slope of 1. Okay, that's the number in front of x. That's understood to be a 1 there. And my y-intercept is 0, negative 1. Okay, so let's plot our y-intercept. 0, negative 1. Okay. Alright. Now my slope is 1, but I can look at it as 1 over 1. I'm going to use rise over run to graph it. So that means I'll go up 1 and to the right 1. So I go up 1 and to the right 1. And there's another point. And now I just draw my line. But because this is just less than, see there's no or equal to like in this one. It's just less than. That means the line is going to be dashed. Okay. Alright, now what I want to do is I want to choose a test point. Okay, I can pick any point I want on either side of the line. You just don't want to choose a point that's going to be on the line. Okay, so I'm going to choose the point 0, 0. It's above the line. So my test point is going to be 0, 0. Okay, alright, this is my x, this is my y. So I'm going to take my x and my y and I'm going to plug it into this first one because that's the one I'm graphing. Okay, so that's going to give me 0 minus 0 is less than 1, and so that gives me 0 is less than 1, and that is a true statement. So since I chose my test point to be above the line and this gave me a true statement, that means I shade above the line. Okay, now when you shade these, don't just color it in solid right now. What I would do is shade it in with maybe horizontal lines like this, and you'll see why in a minute. Okay. Alright, so there's the graph of the first one. X minus y is less than 1. Okay, now let's graph the second one. The 2x plus 3y is greater than or equal to 12. So I'm going to rewrite this as 2x plus 3y, and I'm going to change it to equal because I'm going to graph this line. Okay, let's move this up a little bit. And now let's solve for y. So I subtract 2x to both sides. That gives me 3y equals negative 2x plus 12. And then I'll divide everything by 3. So y is equal to negative 2/3 x plus 4. Alright, so you can see here's my line, solve for y. So my slope is negative 2/3, and I'm going to put the negative up here in the numerator. You can put it in the denominator if you want. I'm just putting it somewhere because I'm going to use rise over run to get my point after I graph the y-intercept or plot the point of the y-intercept. So my y-intercept is 0, 4 because of the 4 here. Okay. Alright, so let's move this back down. Alright, so let's plot the point 0, 4. And that's going to be here. Okay. Now, let's get another point. So I'm using rise over run. So my rise is -2. So that means I come down 2 units. My run is +3. So I go to the right 3 units. And there's my other point. Now, you see how this one is greater than or equal to? Okay. Since it's or equal to, that means it's going to be a solid line. Okay. If there's no or equal to, it's going to be a dashed line. If it's or equal to, it's going to be a solid line. Okay. So now I need a test point. Alright, so I need to pick a point that's not on this line here. Okay, see, I'm just working with the red line now. Okay, so we can see that 0, 0 is not on this line. Okay, so let's choose 0, 0. Alright, this is my x, this is my y. So I'm going to plug these into this second inequality. Okay, so I get 2 times 0 plus 3 times 0 is greater than or equal to 12. So that's 0 plus 0 is 0, greater than or equal to 12. And you can see this statement is false. Okay, so I chose a point on this side of the line. It gave me a false statement, so that means I shade on the opposite side of the line up here. Now, when you shade this, let's shade it with vertical lines. Okay. All right. So, what's our solution? Well, our solution is where the lines intersect. It's this part right here. See, they don't intersect here or here or here. They just intersect here. So, I'm going to shade this part solid. So you can come up here and you can erase all the lines you have. And remember, they intersected in here. So this is the part that I shade in solid. Okay. And that's your answer. And that's your graph. Alright, so I hope the video helped. If you like it, you can watch my other ones and subscribe. Alright, thanks.